Minister for Communications has denied making a deal with betting companies to keep live odds prevalent on air during sports games, which is nice because it's Responsible Gambling Awareness Week and research shows we're already grooming our young people to become gamblers.
Gambling's everywhere and it looks great. If you watch the ads or play the apps, gambling seems shiny, pretty and full of promise. But scratch the surface and you'll soon find it's dirty, gritty and full of losers. Thanks to video games, TV ads and social media, kids are being exposed to gambling culture in greater numbers and at younger ages. And according to new research from Adelaide Uni, kids aged 12 to 17 who play simulated gambling games are 3 times more likely to become real-life punters. 1 in 10 teens use gambling simulation apps on social media. 1 in 20 play them on their smartphones. And 40% of those report a preoccupation with gambling or an intent to gamble with real money in the future.
Children who play simulated forms of gambling actually will migrate onto the real forms of gambling. And what we know is on some of these gambling sites, many of the payout rates are actually quite higher. And then when you turn over and go into gambling, the payout rates are much lower.
On top of that, the average young footy fan sees 5 minutes of betting ads every week. And studies show that's enough to link sports with gambling in kids' minds.
Sports betting has doubled in terms of participation since 1999, and our research shows that this is the only type of gambling that's actually increased in participation.
The broadcast of live odds is under review at the moment, but gambling simulations are completely unregulated. Once you factor in all the odds, it looks like we're setting up the next generation to lose big time.
Green Senator Richard Di Natale is an outspoken opponent of betting odds during sports programs, and he's with us now. Dr. Di Natale, Stephen Conroy has denied making any deal to allow live odds. Do you believe that? And what is your beef with the proposed code of conduct?
Well, I'm not sure what Senator Conroy's position is. What I do know is that we've got a situation where the industry is putting forward what's really a smokescreen for action. We're still going to see live odds on the TV. We'll see them before the game, at quarter time, at half time. We'll still see Tom Waterhouse on the ground giving odds. So it really does very, very little. And I've got a bill before the Parliament that restricts betting ads before 9 p.m. and stops all live odds during a sports broadcast, and I hope the old parties get behind it.
Richard, what about gambling apps and social media and smartphones? Are you proposing legislation against those?
Well, that's a difficult area. There are some things we can do. For example, we can stop the loophole that allows young kids to be able to spend cash on credits and then use that to gamble. But the big issue here is that many of the companies that offer these products are offshore companies. They're overseas, and Australia's got very limited jurisdiction over those companies. What we really need here is a community awareness campaign. We need parents to educate their kids about the dangers of gambling apps, and that's really where the emphasis needs to be.
All right, well, all the best with it, Richard. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.